My son, listen carefully to what I want to tell you about your role within your family. You are like a rock, someone who was called to protect, sustain, and care for those I have placed by your side. I know that you often feel the weight of responsibilities, that you wonder if you are capable of meeting all their needs, of giving the love and care that your family deserves. But I want you to know, I chose you for this mission because I know you have everything you need, and what you lack, I will give you. Taking care of your family is not just about providing your daily bread or being physically present. It is also about creating an environment where love, peace, and security reign. It's showing, through your actions, how much you care. It's building a home where wounds can be healed, where difficulties can be faced together, and where each person knows they are loved unconditionally. I know that sometimes you worry about not being enough, about not being able to give what your family needs. But listen, son, I am the God who multiplies, who transforms little into much, who sustains where there is lack. When you put your trust in me and do your part with love and dedication, I will take care of the rest. What seems impossible to you, I make possible. When you feel tired, remember that I am with you, walking beside you. If your days are heavy, give me your worries, your fears, your challenges. You are not alone on this journey. I strengthen you, renew you, and give you wisdom to deal with each situation that arises. I will always be by your side to guide your steps. Taking care of your family also means knowing how to listen, welcome, and set an example of faith and hope. When you love genuinely, your home becomes a reflection of my love. Remember that every gesture of affection, no matter how small it may seem, has an eternal impact. When you take time to listen, to hug, to teach with patience, you are planting seeds that will bear fruit of peace and joy. You may not always be able to see the results immediately. Sometimes you may feel that your efforts go unnoticed, but I want you to know that I see every sacrifice, every prayer you say for your family, every battle you face to protect those you love, and I honor the heart that cares, that gives the best of itself, that seeks the good of others above its own. Today, I invite you to look at your family with my eyes. See the value of each life, the beauty I placed in each one, even in the midst of imperfections. See that, despite the challenges, you have a unique opportunity to create bonds that last forever. And remember, no matter how difficult the path seems, I am the source of strength and courage you need. Now, I ask you, do you want to keep hearing more about how I can help you take care of your family? Or are you ready to end this moment? If you like, we can explore together how to transform your home into a place of peace, love, and purpose. I understand that the world you live in teaches you to seek security in things that can disappear in the blink of an eye. Money, recognition, relationships, but none of this can offer the stability you so long for. Only in me will you find a safe refuge. I am your fortress, your resting place. I want you to remember this every time your mind starts to shake and your heart starts to tighten. When you feel overwhelmed, come to me. You don't need to pretend to be someone you are not. You don't need to hide your weaknesses or your fears. I accept you exactly as you are. My peace is not a reward for your perfection. She is a gift I give you because I love you deeply. So, pour out before me everything that weighs within you. Talk to me about your worries, your mistakes, your pains. I hear every word, even the ones you can't pronounce. You know, the peace I give not only calms your mind, but also protects your heart. It helps you see beyond difficult circumstances and find joy even in the darkest moments. I want you to experience that, son. I want you to realize that even when the world seems to be falling apart around you, there is a safe place in me where you can find rest. Remember, nothing can separate you from me. Not the bad days, not the mistakes you made, not the moments when you doubt your own strength. I am with you every step of the way, and my peace accompanies you wherever you go. But to receive it, you need to open your heart and trust me. Don't worry if this seems difficult at times. I will help you get there. My peace is not like the broken promises you have faced in the world. She is solid, faithful, and eternal. It is bigger than any battle you are facing and stronger than any fear that haunts you. I want you to trust that, to hold on to the certainty that, in me, you will always find what you need to move forward. Now, son, take a deep breath. Feel my presence around you. Allow my peace to begin to fill the empty spaces within you, those places that fear and doubt tried to occupy. Let my peace take over your mind, driving away the thoughts that worry you. Let her guard your heart, preventing the pains of the past from preventing you from living in the present. You don't need to carry everything alone. I am your God, and I am here to help you. I walk with you on good days and difficult days. When you feel like you can't take another step, remember that I'm supporting you. My peace is with you no matter what you face. And son, this is just the beginning. I still have so much to tell you, so much to show you. Therefore, stay with me. Listen to my voice, Mlade, and let my peace continue to transform your life. My child, come to me exactly as you are. I am your safe haven, the place where you don't need to hide who you are or how you feel. Here, in my presence, there is no need for masks. There is no room for pretense. I know you completely. I know every thought that passes through your mind, every emotion that overflows from your heart, even those that you cannot put into words. And yet I love you with an eternal love. I want you to know that in me you have freedom. Freedom to be who you really are, with all your strengths and weaknesses, with all your doubts and certainties. No matter what the world has told you, no matter the marks you carry, here, in my embrace, you will find the acceptance you seek so much. There is no condemnation in me, only love and grace that renew your soul. Son, I know there are times when you feel like you're alone, like no one can understand the battle you're fighting inside, but I am with you. I never abandoned you, not even for a second, and I want you to know that this safe place you find in me is where you can deposit all your burdens. Don't carry the weight that consumes you alone. Let me take care of you. Let me renew your strength. When the world around you seems chaotic, when you feel like everything is falling apart, remember that I am your fortress. I am your refuge, an unshakable rock where you can plant your feet. When the storms come, do not fear, for I am with you. My presence surrounds you like a shield, protecting you from what tries to bring you down. In me there is no room for rejection. I know you've faced times when you felt inadequate, like you weren't enough for those around you. But I tell you with certainty, you are enough for me. I created you with a purpose, and every detail of you was thought of with love. You don't need to conform to the world's expectations to find value. Your value is in who I say you are. I know that you often try to hide your emotions, afraid that they will be misinterpreted or used against you. But son, here, in me, you can be transparent. I want you to pour out before me everything you have been carrying. Talk to me about your pains, your fears, your joys. There is nothing you cannot share with me. I am here to listen, to comfort, to bring clarity where there is confusion. When you feel lost, without direction, remember that I am your light. I am the one who lights your steps, even on the darkest paths. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the answers. Just trust me and follow the voice of my spirit, which will always guide you where you should go. Son, in me there is no need for perfection. I know that the world often demands that you be strong, that you keep up appearances, that you hide your weaknesses, but I want you to present yourself exactly as you are, with all your humanity, because it is in this encounter of your fragility with my strength that miracles happen. Let me be your fortress. Let me be your peace. I want you to know that my heart rejoices when you turn to me, no matter how far away you feel you have been, no matter how many times you have failed. I am always with open arms, ready to welcome you. There is no safer place than my embrace. There is no purer love than the one I have for you. When thoughts of doubt or discouragement come, remember my faithfulness. I am the God who never changes, who keeps all his promises. I know the world around you may seem uncertain, but I am your security. My word is true, and what I promised for your life will be fulfilled at the right time. I want you to rest in me. You don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Let me take this burden. Give me your worries, your anxieties, and let me show you that in me there is rest for your soul. You don't have to fight alone. You don't have to find the answers on your own. I am the one who meets all your needs. Son, listen to my call and let me surround you with my love. Allow me to be your refuge, your strength, your comfort. Here, in me, there is peace. Here, in me, there is fullness. And I want you to know that this is not the end of our conversation. I still have a lot to tell you, a lot to show you. Stay with me, trust in me, and together, we will walk towards what I have prepared for your life. Son, today I want to speak directly to your heart. Listen to my voice, because it brings direction and comfort to your life. I know how you feel when emotions seem to overwhelm you. when anxiety takes over your mind and fear whispers that you won't make it. But I tell you, you were not created to be a slave to your feelings. You don't need to live like someone without control, at the mercy of every emotional wave that tries to knock you down. I created you with purpose, why? With strength and with wisdom. I gave you the ability to feel, but I also gave you the power to dominate these emotions and not be dominated by them. I want you to learn to trust me at all times, giving me not only your joys, but also your doubts, your anger, your sadness. I do not reject any part of you, and everything about you can be transformed when placed in my hands. Son, and I know that the world you live in teaches you to follow what you feel, to trust your emotions as if they were the absolute truth. But let me remind you of something. Not everything you feel is true. Not everything your heart says should be followed. Your heart may deceive you, but I am your truth. My word is the light that guides your steps, the firm foundation on which you must build your life. When you feel like emotions are taking you to places of doubt or darkness, call on me. I am always at your side, ready to bring you clarity and peace. I am not a distant God. I am your Father, the one who walks with you every step of the way. I want you to learn to look beyond what you feel at the moment and to trust in what I promised you, because my promises are firm and true. I know there are days when it seems impossible to control how you feel, when the weight of emotions makes you want to give up. But I tell you, son, in me, you will find strength. In me, you will find balance. I want you to remember the example of Paul, who learned to live happily in any situation, because he knew that true strength came from me. That same strength is available to you. You just need to trust. Don't allow your emotions to take my place in your life. Don't let them decide for you. Keep you away from the path I traced for you. When you are sad, remember that I am your joy. When you feel afraid, remember that I am your shield. When doubt tries to paralyze you, remember that I am your certainty. I want you to see me as your fortress, that safe place where you can rest and find answers. Son, emotions are not your enemy. They were created by me, but they need to be under my control so that they can fulfill the right purpose in your life. I want you to give me each one. I want you to tell me what makes you happy, what worries you, what scares you. There is nothing you cannot bring to me. I am your Father and I love you exactly as you are, with all your ups and downs. If today you are tired of fighting emotional ups and downs, give yourself to me. You don't need to pretend that everything is fine when it isn't. I don't want a perfect version of you. I want your sincere heart, exactly as it is. I want you to trust me enough to open every part of yourself, even the parts you hide from others. I want to be your resting place, the shoulder you can cry on, the rock you can lean on. Son, don't settle for an unstable life. I offer you stability. I offer you peace. I want you to see that, even in the midst of storms, there is a balance that only I can give you. No matter what happens around you, no matter what your heart tells you, if your trust is in me, you will be safe. My peace will guard your mind and your heart, protecting you from the traps of fear, anxiety, and doubt. Let me show you a new path, a path where you are not controlled by what you feel, but where emotions become tools for good. A path where you are guided by my word, and not by the winds of circumstances. I want you to live with purpose, with strength, and with joy. I want you to know that in me there is freedom. Freedom from all guilt, from all insecurity, from all the weight you have been carrying. Son, I still have so much to tell you, so much to teach you. I want to show you how to live a life where your emotions are no longer a burden, but a part of the journey we are on together. I want you to continue walking with me, learning every day how to live under my grace, with your heart and mind protected by my peace. Trust me, because what I have for you goes far beyond what you can imagine. Let's move forward together. I'm not finished yet. Sit here and listen to my heart. I know how burdened your soul feels, how tiredness and uncertainty have been your companions in so many moments. But I want you to know that in me there is something that the world cannot offer you, a joy that goes beyond circumstances, a peace that surpasses all understanding. I want you to draw closer to me, for I am the source of everything your soul really needs. Today, son, I want to talk to you about the strength that comes from a joyful heart, not that fleeting joy, which depends on the things that happen to you or what you have, but the one that I place within you, a joy that cannot be shaken, that does not depend on storms or cloudy days. This joy is like medicine for your soul, a balm that heals the deepest wounds, and brings new life to areas you thought were dry and hopeless. I want you to stop for a moment and notice how you've been looking at things around you. How many times have you let yourself be carried away by difficulties, seeing only the darker side of situations? I created you to live beyond that, to see with the eyes of faith, to find beauty even in difficult days. My wish is that you experience constant joy, which does not fade, even when the world tries to pull you down. I know there are days when the weight of emotion seems unbearable, days when everything around you seems to conspire against you. But son, in these moments, I want you to remember who I am. I am the God who turns tears into laughter, who exchanges mourning for dances of joy. I am the one who takes broken things and makes something new, something beautiful. And I want to do that in your life. No matter how gray your day is, I am the sun that can pierce any cloud. No matter how deep the pit you find yourself in, I am the one who lifts you up with my powerful hand. But to do that, I need you to trust me, to choose to look at me instead of just focusing on what is in front of you. I want you to learn to celebrate, even in the midst of struggle, because in me, there is always reason for joy. Son, the world tries to convince you that happiness lies in material things, in success, in recognition. But I tell you, these things are fleeting. What I offer is eternal. My joy is complete. It does not depend on what you have or what you do. It comes from the certainty that I am for you, that I am with you in every step, that my promises to you will not fail. When you place your trust in me, your perspective changes. You start to see things differently. Where there was once despair, now there is hope. Where there was fear, now there is courage. My joy not only illuminates your soul, she gives you strength. Isn't that what I promised you in my word? That the joy of the Lord is your strength? I want you to live in that reality, to experience the power that comes from a heart full of my joy. I want you to put aside the comparisons, the doubts, the thoughts that make you feel less than you are. Instead, I want you to fill your mind with my truth. You are my beloved son, and I have great plans for you. Even when the days are difficult, even when you don't understand what I'm doing, you can be sure that I'm working for your good. This is a reason to celebrate, to be happy, even in the small things. I know it can seem challenging to maintain joy when everything around you seems to be falling apart, but I want you to know that your joy doesn't have to come from circumstances. It comes from me, and I don't change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life. I want you to hold on to that, to choose to look beyond the present moment and trust me for the future. Don't worry if you don't feel that joy now. This does not mean that you have failed or that you are distant from me. It just means that there is more of me that I want to pour into your life. I want you to open your heart, to let me work on you, healing the areas that need healing, bringing light where there is darkness, renewing your mind and strengthening your spirit. There's still a lot I want to tell you, son. I want to continue speaking to your heart, guiding you, encouraging you, showing you how to live a life full of my presence, full of my joy. So stay with me. Don't give up. Allow me to continue writing your story, a story where sadness does not have the final word, where joy is your inheritance and your strength. Together, we will do something incredible. Son, listen to my heart at this moment. I want to talk to you about something that is essential for your journey, the power of forgiveness. I know that sometimes forgiveness seems like an impossible task, as if it were a weakness or even an injustice towards you. But I want you to know that forgiveness is not a burden. It is a liberation. It is not something that diminishes you, but something that elevates you. When you forgive, you not only let go of what holds you back in the past, but you make space for me to act in your life in an even more powerful way. I know there are wounds in your heart. I know each one of them. I know the words that hurt you, the attitudes that disappointed you, the times you were ignored or rejected. I saw all this, son, and I sympathize with your pain. But I tell you, don't carry these wounds like chains that bind you. Give them to me. Let me heal what no one else can heal. Forgiveness is not to justify what was done to you, but to free your soul from the bitterness that can consume you. I know it can be difficult, that sometimes it seems like forgiving is giving up your dignity. But I tell you, forgiveness is an act of strength, not weakness. It is a decision that reflects my character in you. Remember, I forgave you first, when you were far away, when you made mistakes, when you thought there was no turning back. I reached out my hand and wiped away all your faults. I did this out of love, And that same love I want to pour into your heart so that you can forgive those who hurt you. Son, I want you to reflect on what happens when you hold a grudge. It's like a flame that burns inside you, consuming your peace, your joy, your hope. Resentment never hurts another person as much as it hurts you. It steals your energy, your ability to love fully, and even your connection to me. I want you to be free from that. I want you to walk with a light heart, to live without the chains of resentment. I know you've already tried to forgive and maybe you failed, but I tell you, forgiveness is not a feeling, it is a choice. Don't wait until you feel like you're ready. Choose now. Give me the person who hurt you, and let me take care of the rest. I will be your strength when the pain seems more than you can bear. When hurtful thoughts come back, remember that I am bigger than all of that. My grace is sufficient to enable you to forgive. Son, there is extraordinary freedom in forgiveness. When you forgive, you not only free the other person, but you also free yourself. Forgiveness opens doors so that I can work in your life in ways you can't even imagine. I want to shower blessings on you, but I need your heart to be free to receive them. I do not want resentment or hurt to occupy the place where my peace and my joy should dwell. Remember, forgiveness doesn't mean you forget what happened or allow someone to hurt you again. I call you to forgive, but also to walk wisely. Forgiveness is about releasing what holds you back, not about ignoring reality. I want you to trust me to guide you, to protect you, to give you discernment in each relationship. When you look at the cross, remember the price I paid to forgive you. I didn't ask you for anything in return, just that you accepted my love. This same love I want to place in your heart now, so that you can forgive as I forgave you. You don't have to do this alone. I am with you, supporting you, strengthening you, guiding you in every step. Son, I know that sometimes forgiveness seems unfair, as if it were giving a gift to the one who hurt you, but I want you to see forgiveness in another way, as a gift you give to yourself. It is an act of faith, a declaration that you trust me to bring justice, to restore what was lost, to bring healing where there was pain. When you forgive, you are saying that you trust in my plan, that you believe that I am capable of transforming everything for your good. There's still a lot I want to teach you about forgiveness, son. I want to show you how it can transform your life, how it can bring lightness to your soul and restore your joy. I want you to continue walking with me, allowing me to guide you through this process. You don't need to have all the answers now. Just trust me and take the next step. Son, I want you to listen carefully to what I have to tell you. There is something that I deeply desire for your life, peace. But I'm not talking about the peace that the world offers, which is fleeting and fragile. I speak of my peace, the one that surpasses all understanding. It doesn't depend on circumstances or how you feel at the moment. My peace is constant. It is firm. It is a gift I give you to guard your heart and your mind amid the storms of life. I see how restless your mind has been, how worries and fears try to steal your rest. I know there are times when you wonder if things will really get better, if there is a way out of what you are facing. I want you to know that I am with you in each of these moments. No matter how high the wall in front of you seems, I am greater than any challenge. My peace not only calms your mind but gives you strength to move forward, even when the path seems difficult. Son, when I look at you, I don't just see your struggles or your failures. I see the heart I created, a precious heart, full of potential and value. Don't allow the voices of the world or thoughts of doubt dictate what you should feel. I want you to remember who I am and who you are in me. I am your father, your protector, the one who takes care of every detail of your life. And you are my beloved son, the one for whom I gave everything so that I could live fully. I know there are times when it seems hard to trust. Circumstances scream louder, problems seem to have no end. But it's exactly in those moments that I want you to turn to me. You don't need to carry everything alone. My peace is like a shelter, a refuge where you can rest. I want you to come to me with everything you have been carrying, every worry, every fear, every tear. I am here to take your burdens and give you relief. My peace guards your heart. It protects your thoughts against the lies that the enemy tries to whisper. When you feel lost, let me be your compass. When anxiety tries to take over, remember that I am in control. No matter how chaotic the situation seems, I have a plan, and this plan is good, because I am a good God. I want you to trust that, to hold on to my word as your anchor in times of storm. The peace I give you is a powerful weapon. It not only calms you down, but also strengthens you. When your mind is at peace, you can see clearly, hear my voice more easily, and make decisions wisely. I want you to learn to live in this place of peace, where your heart is firm and your mind is protected. It doesn't mean you won't face difficulties, but it means you won't be alone in them. My peace will be with you, guiding you, sustaining you. Son, I want you to remember that my peace is not something you need to earn or deserve. It is a gift, given to you because of my love. You just need to open your heart to receive it. I want you to let go of the worries you've been carrying and trust me. I know it's not always easy, but I'm here to help you. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel lost, I am your path. My peace not only protects you, but also transforms the environment around you. When you walk in my peace, your presence brings calm to others. I want you to be a bearer of my peace, someone who reflects my presence wherever you go. You don't need to be perfect for this, just available. Let my peace fill you and overflow to those around you. Son, there are so many things I want to do in your life. I want to take you to places you can't even imagine. Show you what it means to live with your heart at peace, with your mind protected. I want you to learn to trust me every day, every step. You don't need to understand everything now. You just need to trust. My peace is with you, and that is enough. I still have much more to tell you, much more to show you. I want you to continue walking with me, learning to live in the fullness of my peace. Sit down and listen to what I want to share with you now. I know that your days are not always easy, that there are moments when you feel as if everything is a constant emotional up and down. I see when you are smiling, full of hope, but I also see when sadness invades your heart and seems to make you forget who you really are. I am with you in both moments, in every peak of joy and in every valley of uncertainty. I want you to know that you are not what you feel. Your emotions are fleeting, like waves that come and go, but they do not define who you are. You are my son, the one I formed with my own hands. Your value does not depend on what you feel at the moment, but on the truth of who I say you are. I want you to hold on to that, especially on the days when your feelings try to deceive you. I know that the world pushes you to live only by what you feel, as if emotions were the only guide, but I tell you, there is something bigger. I want you to live based on my word, which is constant, which is firm. While the world changes, while your feelings fluctuate, I remain the same. My word is your anchor, your solid foundation, your direction in the midst of chaos. When you feel like you're stuck on an emotional roller coaster, I want you to stop for a moment and turn your gaze to me. You don't have to deal with everything alone. I am here to be your fortress, your calm in the midst of the storm. I want you to trust me, to give me every emotion, every thought, every doubt. There is nothing you cannot share with me. I understand you completely. Emotions can be intense, sometimes even overwhelming. I know what it's like to feel full of energy one day and empty, without strength the next. But I tell you, in me there is balance. There is stability. No matter how the world is around you, in me you can find peace. The one that strengthens you, that sustains you, that reminds you that you are not alone. I am always with you, even in the moments when it seems like I am not. Son, I want you to let go of the need to control everything all the time. You were not created to carry such heavy burdens. I want you to trust me enough to let go of what you have been holding so tightly. When you surrender your emotional ups and downs to me, I give you a new perspective, one that is not limited by circumstances or what your feelings tell you. My peace is yours, son. She is the medicine that calms your mind and guards your heart. I want you to learn to live in this peace, to choose to return to me every time you feel overwhelmed. No matter how many times you need to do this, I will always be here, with open arms, ready to welcome you. I want your mind to find rest in my presence, where there is a fullness of joy and purpose. When sadness knocks on your door, don't welcome it as your owner. Remember that you were not made to live in discouragement. Yes, there are difficult times, but I am bigger than all of them. I want you to look up, beyond what you see, and trust that I am working in your favor, even when you can't realize. You are not alone in this battle. I fight for you. I know it can be easy to be taken by emotions, especially when the world around you seems confusing and unstable, but I want you to cling to the truth. You are stronger than you think, not by your own strength, but because I am in you. When your strength runs out, mine begins. I want you to know that there is no emotion or circumstance that is greater than my power in your life. My word reminds you that the cheerful heart is a good medicine. I want you to choose joy, even when the circumstances do not seem favorable. I do not speak of a superficial joy, but the deep certainty that I am for you, that I am with you, that my plan for your life is greater and better than you can imagine. This joy is your strength, your protection against the ups and downs of everyday life. Son, I want you to keep walking with me. There is still so much I want to teach you, so much so that I want to show you about how to live a balanced life, full of peace and purpose. Do not give up, do not move away. I am here, ready to guide you, to support you, to take you to a place of rest and security. Trust me, give me everything, and together, we will go beyond. This is just the beginning of what I have prepared for you. I want you to listen carefully to what I have to tell you. I know that there are times when you feel that everything around you tries to steal your strength and your joy. I know there are days when discouragement seems stronger, when doubts and fears try to whisper lies to your heart. But I want you to know that I am your strength, and in me you can find renewal for your soul. When you look at your own ability and feel that is not enough, I want you to remember that I am with you. I did not create you to fight alone, nor to carry bales that do not belong to you. I am the one who sustains you, who gets you up when falling, who gives you a new perspective when everything seems lost. I want you to learn to depend on me, to bring me every concern, every tiredness, every tear. Son, your strength does not come from how you feel at the moment, nor the circumstances around you. Your strength comes from me, my love, my presence in your life. I want you to know that even on the days when you feel weak, I'm strong in you. My word reminds you of this. My power is perfect in your weakness. When you recognize that you need me, you make room for me to work on you and through you. I know that sometimes the weight of difficulty seems unbearable. I know there were already times when you thought of giving up, when you feel alone, without direction. But I tell you, son, I never left you. I am with you in every step, even when you do not realize. I am by your side, ready to lift you, to give you the courage you need to continue. I want you to trust me and my promise that everything cooperates for your good. When the thoughts of doubt and discouragement try to master you, remember who I am. I am the God who created the universe, the God who formed you with such care and love. There is nothing I can't do, no problem too big for me. I want you to know that no matter what faced, there is enough strength to overcome. Do not look only at your situation, look at me, for I am your inexhaustible source of strength and hope. Son, I know it's hard to keep your mood when everything around you seems to collapse, but I want you to remember that your strength does not come from what you see or what you feel. It comes from the certainty that I am for you, that I am with you, that my grace sustains you in all things. When you put your trust in me, I renew your strength, give you wings like eagles to fly above the storms. Do not worry if you feel that your faith is small or fragile. I do not need a perfect faith to act in your life. I just need you to come to me, that you trust me, even with your doubts and fears. I want you to remember that you are not defined by your moments of weakness. You are my beloved son, and in me you have everything you need to face any challenge. My word reminds you that the joy of the Lord is your strength. I want you to choose joy, even in the midst of difficulties. I do not speak of a joy that ignores problems, but of a joy that is born of the certainty that I am in control, that I am working in every detail of your life. This joy is your protection, your fortress against the lies that try to discourage you. Son, I want you to keep walking with me. I know there are times when the steps seem heavier, but I'm here to carry with you what weighs on you. You don't have to do everything on your own. I am by your side, holding your hand, guiding you, strengthening you. I want you to feel my presence at every moment, in each decision, with every step you give. There is still so much I want to show you, so much that I want to do it in your life. I want you to learn to rest in me, to find strength in my presence, to live with the certainty that I am enough for you. Do not give up. Do not move away. I'm with you, and together we will go further than you can imagine. I know that there are times when your heart falters, when doubts try to make you forget about the promises I made for your life. But I want you to listen to my voice and know that I never fail. I am faithful to everything I say and do, and what I promise to you will be fulfilled at the right time. I see how often your trust in the things around you, what you can see, touch, or control. But these things are fleeting, son. They do not have the power to sustain your soul, to calm your heart in the storms. I want you to trust me, not because everything around you is fine, but because I am the God who sustains all things. My word is your foundation, your anchor in the chaos. When the fears try to master you, remember who I am. I am the one who never leaves you, who never leaves you. Even when you feel that you are alone, I am with you. When the path looks dark and uncertain, I want you to know that I am your light, guiding you step by step. You don't have to understand everything now. Just trust me and my care for you. Son, I know you have tried disappointments, moments when what you expected has not happened, or where people you trusted have disappointed you. But I tell you, I am not like the man. My faithfulness is eternal. My love for you is unchanging. I want you to cling to this truth, that you choose to trust myself when you don't see what's ahead. Confidence is not about having all answers. It's about resting on the fact that I have them. It is about remembering that I am the same God who opened the sea, who brought provision in the desert, who restored what seemed lost. I want you to know that I am acting in your life, even at times when everything seems stopped. My hand is on you, guiding you, protecting you, strengthening you. When your mind begins to be filled with doubts, I want you to memory everything I have done for you. Remember the moments when I felt you lost, but I brought direction. The times you thought there was no way out, but I opened doors. From the situations where you felt weak, but I renewed you. These moments are not coincidence. They are evidence of my love and care for you. Son, trust me with all your heart. Do not support you in your own understanding, because it is limited. I want you to give me every area of your life, your dreams, your worries, your doubts. There is nothing too big or too small for me to take care. I want you to see that when you trust me, I take what is heavy and turn into something light. Do not let yourself be carried away by the circumstances that try to make you doubt. What you see now is just part of the picture. I see everything. I know where you are and where I am taking you. My plans for you are good, even when you don't understand them. I want you to trust I'm working. I'm acting behind the scenes, aligning everything for your good. Son, give me your anxiety. I want pairs to fight alone, to try to solve everything by your own strength. I want you to come to me, to give your heart before me. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I am your God, and I am here to support you. My word reminds you, launches all your worries upon me, because I take care of you. Trust is not something you need to do alone. I am here to help you, to renew your faith, to remind you of my love in every step. When you feel that your strength is running out, it cries to me. I am the inexhaustible source of strength, peace, hope. I want you to bring you closer to me, to allow me to be your livelihood, your fortress in times of weakness. There is still a long time I want to teach you about confidence, much that I want to reveal to your heart. I want you to keep walking with me, learning to rest in my presence, depending on my direction. You don't have to have all the answers now. I just trust that I am with you, and that the best is yet to come. Let's continue together, because your story and me hasn't ended yet. Today I want to remind you of something important. Your emotions do not have the power to determine who you are or where you are going. I know that sometimes it seems that what you feel is stronger than your will, that your mind and your heart are pulled in directions you do not always understand. But I tell you, I created you with a purpose, and no emotion can change the plans I have for your life. I want you to bring you closer to me with everything you have felt, without fear, without reservation. There is nothing in your heart that I cannot understand. I see your tears. I hear your quieter thoughts. I know the battles that lock internally, and I want you to know, you don't have to face it alone. I am here to help you put every emotion in the right place, so that they do not control you, but they serve the purpose I put inside you. Sundgao, I know that the world around you often pushes you to act for what you feel at the moment, but I tell you, you were not made to be ruled by your emotions. They are a part of who you are, but they should not determine your way. I want you to learn to bring every feeling to me, to trust me to guide you in the midst of them. When you allow me to take care of your heart, I show you a path of balance and wisdom. I know that there are times when anger tries to master you, when sadness seems unbearable, where anxiety takes over your mind. But I want you to remember who I am. I am the God who has given you the Holy Spirit, and He dwells in you to give you self-control, to help you overcome the emotional ups and downs. You are not alone in this fight. My strength is available to you. Son, there is no emotion that I cannot transform. Your sadness can become joy. Your anxiety can be exchanged for peace. Your anger can be shaped in strength and courage for good. But for that, I need you to trust me. I want peers to try to deal with everything on my own and allow me to work inside. When you give me your emotions, I put order where there is chaos. I bring light where there is darkness. My word reminds you that the cheerful heart is good medicine. I want you to choose this joy, not because you ignore what you feel, but because you trust me to give you a greater perspective. The joy I give you is not a fleeting. It is a force that sustains you, even on the most difficult days. I want you to live with this joy as your base, knowing that I am your God and that I am always with you. When you feel overwhelmed, come to me. I want you to do with me about everything you have loaded, everything you have felt. You don't have to be afraid to tell me your deepest thoughts. I already know them. I want you to feel free to be completely honest with me, because here, in my presence, there is no judgment, just love and grace to transform you. Son, I want you to learn to filter what you feel through my word. Not all that your heart says is true, but my word is always faithful. When you feel lost, go back to me and let me be your compass. I want you to know that, in me, there is clarity, there is direction, there is rest. Your emotions can try to confuse you, but I am your constant truth. When you look at your life and feel dominated by emotions, remember that I gave you the power to choose. You don't have to be taken by them like a drift boat. I want you to remember that I am your safe haven, where you can anchor your soul and find stability. No matter how strong the storm is, you will find peace. Son, there is still so much that I want to teach you about your heart, about your emotions, how to live with freedom and balance. I want you to keep walking with me, allowing me to guide you in every step. You don't have to be perfect for it. Just trust me and give me all that you have felt. I want to show you that there is a better way, a path of hope, of strength, and on purpose. My work in your life has not yet ended, son. I want you to know that I'm with you, even on the most difficult days. I want you to keep trusting me, allowing me to turn every part of you so that you can live in the fullness of everything I planned for you. This is just the beginning of what I have prepared. Let's go together because there is much more to come. Son, I want you to listen carefully to what I will tell you. I know that there are times when your tears speak louder than your words. I know there are days when the pain seems unbearable, when the weight of what you have loaded makes you feel as if you are alone. But I tell you, I see every tear that falls out of your face. Each is important to me, and none of them will be wasted. I collect them as if they were precious jewelry, because they are a part of you, an expression of your heart. I want you to know that your tears are not signs of weakness, but of courage. They show that you are facing the battles of life with an open heart, with the vulnerability of someone who trusts that there is something bigger beyond pain. I want you to come to me with everything you have felt, without reservation, without fear. You don't have to hide your pain or pretend that everything is okay. I am here to receive you exactly as you are, with every emotion, every question. Son, your sadness is not the end of the story. I want you to know that I have larger plans for you, plans that go beyond what you can imagine right now. I know the pain may seem endless, but it is temporary. I am working in your life, even when you do not realize, even when it seems that everything is still. I want to transform your sadness into joy, your tears laughs, your pain in testimony. Trust me and what I'm doing. When you look around and everything looks dark, remember that I am your light. I am the one who walks with you in every valley, in every desert. No matter how deep the hole you find you, I'm able to get you out of there. No matter how distant you feel from me, I am always by your side, holding your hand, whispering hope to your heart. I want you to know that every tear that spills is seen by me and that I care about each one. But I also want you to trust that none of them are in vain. They irrigate the seeds of something new that I am planting in your life, something that will flourish at the right time, bringing beauty where before there was pain, bringing purpose where there seemed to be only empty. Son, I know that there are times when suffering tries to make you forget about my promises, but I tell you, my promises do not fail. I am faithful. I am working in your life in ways you can't see it yet. I want you to trust me, even when the path seems uncertain, even when tears keep you from seeing clearly. My word is your truth, your foundation, your strength. I want you to remember that you were not done to carry everything alone. I am here to take your burden, to relieve your heart. I want you to come to me with everything that weighs in your soul. Talk to me about your pain, your anger, your frustration. There is nothing that is not possible to share with me. I am your Father, and I want to engage you with my love, support you with my peace. Son, in my word, I promised you that I will transform your mourning into joy, your sadness into dance. I want you to cling to this promise, that you believe that better days are to come. Not because everything around you will be perfect, but because I will be with you, strengthening you, guiding you, showing you that there is beauty even in difficult times. When tears come, remember that you are not alone. Remember that I'm with you, wiping every tear, comforting your heart. I want you to feel my presence in a tangible way, that I know that I am your refuge, your shelter in times of tax. No matter what faced, you will find rest for your soul. There is still so much I want to show you, so much that I want to do it in your life. Your story does not end with pain. She is just the beginning of something bigger. I want you to keep walking with me, even when the steps seem heavy. I am here, holding your hand, guiding you for the purpose I have prepared for you. Son, I want pairs for a moment and hear what I have to tell you. There is something special that I want to do in your life. Turn every weakness into strength, every doubt into confidence, every moment of anguish into an opportunity to approach me. I know that there are days when you feel overwhelmed, as if the circumstances to yours surrounding were larger than you can bear. But I tell you, you don't have to carry anything alone. I am here to be your strength, your guide, your fortress. I see every time you try to hide what you feel, every time you pretend to be okay, when in fact, your heart is crying out for relief. Son, you don't have to be strong on your own. I am your strength. I want you to remember this in every battle, in every challenge you face. My strength is not exhausted. It does not hesitate. It does not depend on your circumstances. It is available to you at all times, at all times. When you look into you and find weaknesses, I want you to know that these same weaknesses can be a starting point for my glory to be seen in your life. My word reminds you, my power is perfect in weakness. This means you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything under control. I want you to come to me exactly as you are, with everything you have and everything you lack. I want you to trust me to fill the empty spaces, to lift you when you have no strength. Son, I know that there are times when fear tries to paralyze you, when uncertainty makes you wonder if you are on the right track. But I tell you, I am the way, the truth, and the life. When you feel lost, go back to me. You don't have to know all the steps that will come. Just trust that I am guiding you, one step at a time. My light is enough to illuminate your way, even on the darker days. Beloved son, after hearing this message, I prepared to speak to your heart. I want you to make a decision of faith and action. Subscribe to this channel so that my word reaches even more lives, bringing hope, peace, and restoration to those who need so much. Leave your like as a way of supporting this work. Share this message with someone who needs to hear my voice, and in the comments, write a Bible phrase or verse that speaks to you today. I want you to declare that I am acting in your life and in the life of your family. There are 2 more messages here that I prepared especially to bring peace and harmony to your heart. Each one carries answers and direction to the challenges you have faced. Do not miss the opportunity to keep listening to my voice and allow me to transform your life. Click on the 2 videos above and keep listening, because I still have much more to tell you.